get a serious answer. One that's still with me today.
What is the meaning of life?
The place where this happened has a distinct power of its own. On the Greek island of Crete sits an institute dedicated to human understanding and peace. And this site is important because it overlooks a small airstrip where Nazi paratroopers invaded the island and were attacked by peasants. Populations of whole villages were lined up and shot for assaulting Hitler's finest troops. High above the institute is a cemetery with a single cross, marking the mass grave of the native partisans. And across the bay on another hill is the regimented burial ground of the Nazi paratroopers. The memorials are placed so that all might see and never forget. In this historical place, the existence of an institute devoted to healing the wounds of war is a fragile paradox. So, how has it come to be here? The answer is a man. Alexander Papaderos, doctor of philosophy, teacher, politician, son of the soil. At the end of the war, Papaderos came to believe that the people of Crete and those of Germany had much to learn from each other. For if they could forgive and construct a creative relationship, then any people on this earth could. Well, Papaderos succeeded. The Institute became a reality. By the time I came to the Institute for summer session, Alexander Papaderos was already a living legend. One look at him and you saw his strength, his intelligence, and his passion. At the end of the seminar, Papaderos rose from his chair in the back of the room and walked to the front, where he stood in the bright Greek sunlight of an open window and looked out. We followed his gaze across the bay to the iron cross marking the German cemetery. And he turned and asked,
"Are there any questions?"
Quiet quilted the room.
So I asked, Dr. Papaderos, what's the meaning of life?
A few people started shifting at this somewhat absurd question, and some of us got up to go.
But he raised his hand, and he filled the room.
I will answer the question.
He fished into his leather billfold and pulled out a very small round mirror, and what he said went like this.
When I was a small child during the war, we were very, very, very poor and lived in a remote village. One day, on the road, I came across the pieces of a broken mirror. A German motorcycle had been wrecked in this place. I tried to find all the pieces and fit them together, but it was not possible. So I kept only the largest piece, this one. And by scratching it on a stone, I made it round. I began to play with it as if it were a toy. It became a game for me to try to get light into the most inaccessible places I could find. As I became an adult, I realized that this was more than just a game, but a metaphor for what I might do with my life. I came to understand that I am not the light, or the source of the light, but the light,
Truth, understanding,
Knowledge.
is there, and it will shine in the dark places only if I reflect it. I am a fragment of a mirror whose whole design and shape I do not know. Nevertheless, with what I have, I can reflect light into the dark places of this world and change some things in some people. Perhaps others may see and do likewise. This is what I am about. This is the meaning of my life.
Kindergarten teachers know magic when they see it.
By the sound of laughter, everybody gets bound.
Coming of God and all his angels.
The trees have let go, the leaves have let go, and now it's my turn to let go.
Life is lumpy.
What I want for my funeral, what I want for my epitaph, is a very human holding on to identity for as long as breath and granite lasts.
Shit happens.